Oh, hell yeah! Welcome to episode 392 of Shellshocked Radio Discovery. You know the drill. Please like and subscribe because you like it. You like it, right? And you just listened to the great ceremony Shadows. And they are also in my Spotify playlist. This tells you that they are belonging there, and they do. So I would call it dark pop, dark wave, 80s synth wavy music. Let's see what they say about themselves. So this is the song you just listened to, Future Past Collapse. And here are the great ceremony Shadows. They're really something to look at. Just check out their pictures online. So this is the song here, Future Past Collapse, the latest one from them. And we are calling themselves Darkwave Band from Portland, Oregon. And we are coming from all over the place, from the US, Germany and Poland. And we sound like, or want to sound like, artists like Boy Harsher, The Knife, Depeche Mode, Kite, and Coil. And and for the people in the YouTube stream, there's something to look at. Really nice pictures. I like their style, that's for sure. And by the way, if you want to help out first of all, I hope you will like all the bands I'm going to play today. And if you like them and want to help them, because most of them are, of course, more underground bands, please, follow them on their Instagram, follow them on Spotify, just like them. And also put, if you like the song, like what you just heard, Future Past, please put it in your Spotify playlist and listen to it daily. And also follow, of course, my Spotify playlist, of course, because, I'm updated daily and I want to bring you cool new songs. As you see, I mix it with old songs and with new songs, and that's my kind of style. And now on with the show. The next song is a little bit strange for my oeuvre because it's I cannot really say that because it's a weird song in a good way. I like weird. That's for sure. So if you want to be in one of the next shows, please use the link in the description. And because I need all the copyright stuff for airing the song on Hypernova Radio and also, on YouTube, to stream it on YouTube. And of course, you can be in my Spotify playlist as well, as the next artist is. And as you know, my Spotify playlist is called Gothic Rock, Darkwave, Dark Pop, Industrial Metal. It is not Industrial Metal and it's not Gothic Rock. So it's more along the line of Darkwave and Dark Pop, but it isn't. It is strange alternative music, but really dreamscapey and stuff. Let's check out what the artist says about himself. I just added it recently. It's here. So this is the song. The art. It's called Tides and Waves. And the artist calls himself Jnatra and also Jeffrey Perez. Let's check out, because this is the one who sent me the song. So Jnatra. So this is how he puts himself out. And this is his latest song, Tides and Waves. He's doing fine for an underground artist. Like I said before, please... if you like what you hear, follow the artists on Instagram, on Twitter, and also on Spotify. Put their song in your songs in your Spotify playlist and stuff. This helps the artist, and this also helps me if you follow my Spotify playlist, of course. This is this one here. But now let's check this artist. So, residing in Los Angeles. I didn't know that, but this kind of makes more sense now, because as you might know, there's 3 hubs in the world where really good music comes from. The first one is, of course, Jena, where I reside, and bring you this cool show, and where Kaltblut comes from, and where parts of Wundbrand come from, of course. The next one is Gothenburg, because the Goth is in the name, and the last one is Los Angeles. For some reason, like I always say, where something in the water, something is where that really makes cool music, or also kind of let people come together there and make this cool music and like this cool music, because lots of listeners from the music I like are in Los Angeles. Anyway, so let's check this gentleman out. Residing in Los Angeles, California, Jnatra is a musician that uses different mediums from vintage synthesizers to psychedelic guitar effects, mixing different textures into song. And yeah, I mean, this doesn't say anything, but it says everything, because it's hard to grasp what this is. I really, really like it. Check him out. This is Jnatra with, where was it? Tights and Thafts. Enjoy. The next song fits very nicely. Let me just do it. Thematically, to what I just played, as I want to, I usually group music a little bit so that, I started a little bit more quiet, but it will get heavy. Don't worry, there will be some heavy music in this show. And the next one is from Loki Lockwood. I'm not really sure if this is a real name, but it's a cool artist name, and I just added it. And I have played this formation before, and I will play it again. Here it is. Velatine. And the song I'm going to play is Oh See Me minus sign the Siren. And Velatine here, I think he also talks about himself. So this is his the new single here. This is the song I like the most here, All I Want. Check this out. It has a different singer, as I just learned. So much like the so-called early Gothic movement, who were unafraid to experiment. Velatine from Melbourne. Oh man, I missed to check them out again. I was this year in Melbourne, and I have not. I forgot that they are from Melbourne. Fuck. Next time I want to be there. I want to talk with them. Loki Lockwood and Holly Purnell shift their music from what's expected. They weave aspects from genres of gothic, darkwave, post-punk, industrial, and more, making Velatine hard to define. Yes, it's hard to define. It certainly makes for an eclectic listening experience, and perhaps not what might be expected at first glance. And I can agree on that, because I know them for a while now, and I like some of their songs really, really much, and some are not so much of my taste. My most liked one is All I Want. I really like this one. And I will play it in one of the next shows because, I do a heavy rotation thing. Once you're in my heavy rotation, I play your song at least once a year. And it's due to be played. Anyway, I'm talking a lot. Here you go. This is Velatine with their latest, and which is Oh See Me, the Siren. Enjoy. And by the way, if you want to be in one of the next shows, please use the link in the description and send me your song. And then you can also be in my Spotify playlist, like we are at the moment at number 84. I put you in the bottom and you rise up to the top and then be there on the top one day. And now you get finally the song.
Too sullen and unsound.
The next artist reveals a little secret, even if I'm drinking now tea and not coffee. He reveals that I like sugar in my coffee, that's for sure. And his name is Paul Allen, and this is his latest single, Sugar in Your Coffee. And Paul Allen is also from Australia, but from from Sydney to Brisbane, wherever he is. And he does more 90s indie and grittier edge of grunge music. So in a way, it's not really fitting my oeuvre. That's why he's not in my Spotify playlist, because he fits in this song in this show very nicely, but my Spotify playlist is more gothic rock, darkwave, dark pop, industrial metal. But I like the song, so I'm going to play it. And I have a background in alternative rock music myself, so I have a soft spot for that. And that's why also to you, if you want to be in one of the next shows, you still can use the link in the description, even if it's not gothic rock, dark wave, dark pop, industrial metal, synthwave, shredding stuff, and so on. And also don't forget to like and subscribe, of course. And now I give you Paul Allen with Sugar in Your Coffee. Enjoy.
Talk about sugar in your coffee. I
Before we get any heavier in the show, I want to play something more quiet. And this one is from the band, where is it? Here. Wundbrand. No, it's not Wundbrand. It's Wundbrand, because it's German. And I'm going to play the song Demenz. That's the first release from them. And I just see, we have not many monthly listeners. So please listen to our songs, put it in all your Spotify playlists, and follow us on Instagram and on Spotify, of course. And here you go. This is Wundbrand with Demenz. Oh, yeah. Now we're coming to some quite epic song. And what I also like, it's female song because, I'm a singer myself. So, yeah, of course, I like, I like good music. So that's basically it. You know what I like? I like gothic rock, darkwave, dark pop, industrial metal. Synthwave shredding stuff is nice as well. And the next song I'm going to play is from a female artist, and she's in my Spotify playlist as well, but it's not gothic rock, darkwave, industrial metal. It's more alternative rock, but very melodic and with a darker tinged edge. So that's why I put it in there as well, even if it doesn't fit the main description. It fits the whole quite well. Here she is. She calls herself I'm gonna spell that Aelya. Aelya, I would say. And the song I'm going to play is, what was it? It's The Sweetest Sounds. Here, number 5. The Sweetest Sounds. And she's quite new because, I also just put it in my Spotify playlist because otherwise it would be like here, entdeckt in, discovered in, it's in English. So she's a quite new artist, no biography. 69 monthly listeners, not bad. Hamburg. Maybe she's German. I don't recall if she was from Germany or not. Doesn't matter. If you know more about it, you can engage with me and put something in the comments. And if you want to be in one of the next shows and or in my Spotify playlist, then please use the link in the description and send it to me. And if you want to follow me or help me out, please follow my Spotify playlist, where Aelya is in at the moment with The Sweetest Sounds, and now here in this show on Hypernova Radio and YouTube with Sweetest Sounds with Aelya. I hope I pronounced it right.
It's dark in the days where the water waits. My heart's been damned and there's no flow. I went to the date, said I'd wait and I'd touch the hand of fate, but they said I'm low, too low, and I should let it go. And I should let it go. They said that the way to relate was to love enough, but my love was contained by the tall ship's boom.
continue the trend that I play music which is in my Spotify playlist, even though it is not gothic rock, dark wave, dark pop. But as you can see here, I also have, David Bowie and Radiohead in it. So there is room for other genres. And as you know, I have a background in gothic, gothic rock as well, but, alternative rock and metal and punk and stuff and post-punk. I'm a bass player, but I'm also a singer, so I have a soft spot for good alternative music. And the next one is also female-led, female sung. And I added her recently. Where is she? Here she is. Her song is called Adrenaline, and she calls herself SALVIA, and she's doing quite well for having only released 3 songs out. And I remember I also played this one time. So, yeah, and her biography is quite simple. I read it. I'm a man, I can say. I may perish, but my music shall live on forever. Oh, yeah, that's quite powerful. Nice pictures. So here you go. This is SALVIA with, lots of pictures. Many pictures. Okay, for the people in the YouTube stream, lots of pictures. For Hypernova Radio, please check her out on Spotify and Instagram. And like I said before, if you hear what you like, if you like what you hear, please follow them on Spotify. Put their songs in your Spotify playlist and hit like on Instagram. And here you go now. This is SALVIA with Adrenaline. as it fits nicely now in the context of a show where we are at the moment, a little bit more rockish, heavyish. I want to play a song from my solo project, Megalmodas, and it is this one, the number one song, Unbill. Es ist nämlich deutsch, Unbill, not Unbill, it's Unbill. And I hope you like it. And if you like it, please, put it in your Spotify playlist. Follow us on Spotify. I have no Instagram for my solo project, so please follow my Instagram, Shellshocked Radio. Anyway, here you go. This is Unbill from Megalmodas.
Auferstanden aus Ruinen ist das Tal der Tränen dein. Gesichtslosen Maschinen dienen die Welt allein entzweien. Dunkle Augen, dunkle Seelen leben fern dem Tageslicht. Nie verweigern den Befehl, leben für die schwere Pflicht. Schwarzer Spiegel, schwarzes Bild, alles sicher in der Cloud. Natur bezähmt anstatt zu wild, Lebendigkeit wird ausgekraut. Sicher, satt und träge, deine Zeit ohne Ideen, keine neuen Wege, wirst du jemals gehen. Auferstanden aus Ruinen ist das Tal der Tränen dein. Gesichtslosen Maschinen dienen die Welt allein entzweien. Dunkle Augen, dunkle Seelen leben fern dem Tageslicht. Nie verweigern den Befehl, leben für die schwere Pflicht. Schwarzer Spiegel, schwarzes Bild, alles sicher in der Cloud. Natur bezähmt anstatt zu wild, Lebendigkeit wird ausgegraut. Deine Zeit ohne Ideen, keine neuen Wege, wirst du jemals gehen.
Before we drift into harsh electronics for the rest of the show, I have a perfect segue song. And this one is, you will hear it in a moment. It's from WolfWolf. Just twice Wolf. And the song I'm going to play is this one here, 21. It's called 21. And WolfWolf, they are from Switzerland. Exactly. The Swiss garage blues punk duo, straight out of the woods of Lucerne. One man howls, the other pounds. Together they summon a raw, fuss-soaked storm of voodoo beats, twisted tales, and flashy rock and roll mayhem. Yeah, this is a perfect explanation. This is how they look like. for the people in the YouTube stream, of course, for people on Hypernova Radio, check them out on Spotify and on their Instagram. It's really cool. I have a knack for, it's short and sweet, and yeah, it's a great song, and like I said, it's the perfect segue song to some more electronic mayhem afterwards. So here you go. This is WolfWolf with 21. Enjoy. So, now we get to some more harsh electronic music, and I have to preface this a little bit. I have played this artist before, at least, there's two artists mentioned for this song, at least one. And I have bashed him before because, like the band Town, which I really, really like. We are from Sweden. They make great music, but they called themselves Town. That's a really tough name to look at because, for my YouTube stream, I usually, try to find, some pictures to put in the stream so that you see the artist and the artwork from the artist and stuff. Of course, for the listener on Hypernova Radio, this is not relevant, but, anyway, it's also relevant because they might want to look up the artists on Instagram and Spotify. Like I said all the time, please follow the artists then on their Instagram and put their music in your Spotify playlist and like them on Spotify as well. So that's tough for the next artist because the one artist calls himself Shoe, and the other, like shoe, like the shoes you put on your foot. And the other one calls themselves, I think it's free from the pictures I found, leather laces. Fits quite nicely. So you have leather laces for your shoes. I think, as I saw them for the first time, I thought it was a joke, because this is kind of not the name of a band. Then again, you can name your band whatever you want. Please don't take this as a criticism. I really love the music. The music is great. That's why I play it. And it's also in my Spotify playlist. You can check them out now. But, it's... I think the name is a little bit silly. Let's put it this way. Here you see them. The song is called Mind Control Techniques, and it's by Lovelaces and Shoe. So Lovelaces is the main artist. Let's check them out. So they have 4 songs out so far. I believe, the artist who calls himself Shoe is part of Lovelaces. That's what I think. Lovelaces paramilitary crews from the industrial shadows. Born as an elitist strike force within the devil's devisal narrative. Yeah, devisal, this was the name of a Instagram before. Narrative, Lovelaces are more than a band. They are a sonic insurgency, blending dark synth, industrial metal, and cybernetic ritualism. They channel encrypted rage into every distorted riff and pulse-driven beat. Their sound carries the weight of a shoe protocol. What's that? The infection of a shadow crafters. Anyway, it's a lot of words. I love it. It's great. They don't take themselves too seriously, as you can say. With a song Lovelaces, you can expect that. I really love it. It's great music, and that's why I love to play it, and I love to have him here on the show. So thank you very much that you submitted your song to me. If you want to be in one of the next shows, please use the link in the description. I really love it. I really, really do. I'm just a little bit tickled. Let's put it this way. I'm tickled by the name Lovelaces and Shoe. So here you go. This is Lovelaces with Mind Control Techniques. Enjoy.
circumstances of your leaving the island?
Somewhat vegetable.
I certainly know that an intelligent, ethical scientist today would not do an awful lot of things that an ethical scientist would do in those days.
How do you now feel about the use of involuntary subjects for CIA experiments or CIA-funded agency experiments?
I certainly think that it would be ridiculous in this day and age. No, I don't see any way that you would do that.
There was no informed consent.
And I want to end this show with another electronic banger, and this one is by Basker Hval. At least this is how I want to say this one. It's Basker and then Hval. And I'm going to play the absolute hit song, Trenches. I really, really love this song. I have played them before and I will play it again. You know, he's into my heavy rotation, and you know, if you are in my heavy rotation, I play you at least once a year. And now it's time to play it again. Closely related to recent synthwave and dark synth acts like Carpenter Brute, Perturbator, and Dance with the Dead. So this is, he's grown up on Rammstein, Metallica, Nirvana, and Queens of the Stone Age. So that's why this is a very unique sound. I love it. This is Basker Hval with Trenches. Enjoy. So that's it for episode 392 of Shellshocked Radio Discovery. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on YouTube, on Instagram, on Spotify. Please follow my Spotify playlist, which I update daily with cool music, which I find because you send it to me via the link in the description. So if you think you need to be in one of the next shows, please use the link. And then you also can end up in my Spotify playlist and into my heavy rotation. So with this, like I said before, please follow all the artists you liked here. I hope you liked it. Otherwise, why would you listen to me and be here, right? So I wish you a good evening, a good afternoon, a good morning, wherever you listen to this show. And I hope I see you back with episode 393 of Shellshocked Radio Discovery. Stay safe and healthy. And then I say bye-bye.